All right, let's just get right into it. If your sleep schedule is completely jacked up, if you're way too familiar with what Reddit looks like at 4 a.m., then you need to hear this. We're about to go through a no-nonsense guide to fixing your sleep for good.
First things first, let's just rip this Band-Aid right off. I know so many of us say this, right? Oh, I'm just a night owl. We wear it like some kind of weird badge of honor. But here's the hard truth. It's not a fixed part of who you are. Okay, so if it's not a personality trait, then what the heck is it? Well, it's a habit, a bad one. You've basically just trained your body to think that 2 a.m. is the new bedtime. But you know what the good news is about bad habits? They can absolutely be broken.
So how do you actually do a hard reset on something so ingrained? Well, we're going to borrow a page from an organization that has this down to a literal science, the U.S. Navy. Their method is tough, for sure, but it gets everyone on the same schedule, and it just works.
Okay, so just picture this for a second. You've just shown up at boot camp, you're exhausted, you're totally disoriented, and all you want to do is sleep. They tell you, hey, just get your gear sorted and then you can crash. Except, yeah, that's a total lie.
That's right. They keep recruits up for about 36 hours straight. By the time they're done processing you, it's already the next morning, and you're being marched to breakfast running on absolute fumes. It sounds brutal, and it is, but there is some real genius behind the madness.
And no, it's not just so they can have fun yelling at a bunch of exhausted people. There are two very specific reasons for this grueling start, one they tell you about, and one that's way more important for our purposes.
So the stated reason is to get you in a room where a Master Chief can grill you, but the real reason, the brilliant biological hack here, is to completely obliterate whatever messed up, backward sleep cycle you walked in with. It forces a hard reset on your internal clock. Now that Navy method works because it taps into a fundamental biological process. For our sake, let's just call it your 16-hour sleep timer. And understanding this is the absolute key to making it work for you, without needing a Master Chief screaming at you.
And here's the whole secret. It's surprisingly simple. The moment your eyes get exposed to morning sunlight, a timer, a literal timer, starts ticking in your brain. That light is the signal that tells your entire body, okay, the day has officially started.
And about 16 hours after that first hit of light, your body will naturally start winding down and preparing you for sleep. Not at 2 a.m., but at an actual, reasonable bedtime. This timer is your new secret weapon.
So how do you start that timer correctly? Every single day? Let's move into the action plan. This is the morning protocol you need to follow like it's your religion, especially for the first couple of weeks.
4 simple, non-negotiable steps. Number 1, wake up at the exact same time every single day. And yes, that includes weekends. Sorry. 2, immediately, and I mean immediately, get your butt outside for 15 minutes. 3, no phones, no TV, no screens of any kind for that first hour. And 4, delay that coffee until after you get your morning sunlight.
And here are a few pro tips to make this a little less painful. Your body naturally warms up to wake itself up, so you can help it along by turning on a heater or letting your room get warm. And when you go outside, seriously, try just walking in silence. No podcasts, no music. Just let your brain wake up on its own.
Now, for those of you who hear all this and think it sounds a little too simple, maybe a little too good to be true, let's dig into the actual science. Because this isn't some bro science from a weird forum, this is straight up biology.
So, inside your eyes, you've got these really special cells called iPRGCs. Just think of them as dedicated light sensors. They're not for seeing images. Their one and only job is to detect the brightness and the color of morning sunlight and then send a very important message. That message gets zapped straight to your brain's master clock, which is called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. Yeah, let's just call it the SCN. Or better yet, think of the SCN as your body's personal DJ. When those eye sensors get hit with morning light, they basically tell the DJ, yo, start the party. The SCN then releases hormones that make you feel awake and alert. Then about 16 hours later, it gets on the mic and announces, last call, and starts pumping out melatonin to make you sleepy. You just have to give your DJ the right cues. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but what if it's dark when I wake up? What if I live in Seattle in the winter? Don't worry, we've got workarounds. Let's tackle some of the most common obstacles right now.
First up, for all you early risers out there, what in the world do you do if your alarm goes off and it's still pitch black outside?
You fake it. Plain and simple. The goal is to simulate dawn, so you turn on as many bright overhead lights as you possibly can. You just want to blast your eyes with artificial light to trick those sensors into starting the timer. Hey, even those colorful party lights can do the trick.
But what if you live somewhere where the sun basically hibernates for the winter? We're talking about Fargo, Alaska, or maybe just anywhere that it's gray and dark for months on end.
This is your plan B. You get a therapy lamp. Specifically, you want a 10,000 lux lamp, which is designed to mimic the brightness of natural sunlight. Sit in front of that thing for 15 to 30 minutes in the morning, and that'll start your timer. And if the real sun ever decides to make an appearance, yeah, still go outside and get a dose of the real thing.
Now, for a quick dose of reality. This is not going to be a walk in the park. The first week is probably going to suck. You're going to feel tired, you're going to be grumpy, and you're going to want to quit. But sticking with it, that is how you actually break the cycle for good.
Because here's the final thing to remember. Your body is not broken, it is hardwired, literally designed, to follow this natural rhythm of sleep and wakefulness. The problem isn't your body, it's the habits that are fighting against it. So the only real question is, are you ready to finally stop fighting and just let it do its job?